Hello everyone, my name is Cerulean Protector and I'm here taking another risk at using my old ass computer to try and upload another video. Now it has been quite a while since I last uploaded anything, and the last video I ever uploaded was about an update on what's going on with my computer. And for those who didn't watch it or never came across it or anything, I've been having, as far as I can remember, I've been having recording issues because now, or no, I've been having issues with my video editing softwares because the new software I tried using a while back, which was Adobe Premiere, it worked fine and everything, but it's just too advanced for my computer. So whenever I would try to upload a video, my computer would just crash mid upload, and it was just ridiculous. And now, unfortunately, I'm facing the same problem with my older software, which is the iSkysoft software, which doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know why this is having more problem, or this is starting to have problems to my computer. But then again, my computer is pretty old, and on the last video, I would said I'd say I'd be getting a new computer later on, but I'm still working on things and whatnot. But right now, I've just been focusing on school because I'm nearing the end of my semester, so just cramming down for homework and trying to get all my assignments done and make sure my grades are good, which they are for the most part. It's the end of the semester, and it's getting crazy because the teachers are like, "Oh, we want you to do like 10 assignments in 2 days." I'm like, okay, how do I do this when I don't have any time to do it because of my job and my life, basically. I barely have time to do anything. It's ridiculous. But anyway, now that you're all caught up, I'm here to give you an update on some things right now. Just some ideas on games I want to play later on whenever I get back to it. Of course, I want to do Dark Souls 2 because, as I said, I worked on this dual wielding sword and axe build, and it's paid. It's worked pretty well for me, to be honest. Like, I can one shot a lot of strong enemies, and the last time I played it, I was in the I don't remember what the place is called. I think it's the Sunken King DLC, the place with like the poisonous dragon and whatnot. And last time I was there, I got to explore more of the area than I ever thought I would. I even found some bonfires because I was actually playing online this time. So, also quick heads up. Sorry if I clear my throat a lot. It's spring now, and allergies are acting up, and I also always clear my throat. So, case in point, just please don't get too annoyed by that. I can't help it. But anyway, last time I last time I played it, I got to explore more of the area because since I'm playing online, there are messages all over the place, and some messages are hints to like, hey, here's a bonfire up ahead, or uh, there's a strong enemy, or new armor set, or new pathway, and all that crap. So I was like, okay, well, let's see if they're right. And I ended up finding a route that took me to I ended up going through this labyrinth like area, which took me to triple boss fight with these three NPCs. One guy was like a Havel looking monster, while the other was an Alval, and someone with like some random great bow. It was an interesting boss fight to say the least. Not as hard as I expected it to be, but it was new and I liked it because um like I've never seen like this was new content for me, and I was like, holy shit, I've never done this before, and trying to learn the patterns of everyone, and I'm just like, oh god. And then I died a bunch. I died like probably 6 or 7 times, lost a lot of souls, but who cares about that? And I don't think I got any souls from it anyway. Whenever I beat them, like I don't think I got a boss or anything. So it was fun and all, but I don't think I got like a real reward out of it, which kind of pissed me off. But I can't be too mad at it because I died. But I can't be too mad at it because it was new content that I got to explore. And if you hear that in the background, that's my brother's cat Nugget being a butt. Aren't you a butt? Aren't you? If you can hear her purr and make weird noises, please do not be alarmed. I do not have a chipmunk or anything or whatever you want to call it that makes such weird noises. I swear to God, I am a normal human. But anyway, yeah. So I got to explore new content. I even got new magic and armors and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I got a new spell called the Dark Sword, and I'm like, what the fuck? Or I think it's Dark Great Sword, which is like I didn't think they would have that on Dark Souls 2. I thought that came in Dark Souls 3 because I remember there was a hex spell called Dark Greatsword or whatever the fuck. So finding that, I was like, oh wow, this is cool, but I can't use it because if I was using my old build on my 360, which is basically the universal build, which ain't really a build in itself because I'm level 250 and I got like uh 50 on strength and dex and 30 on everything else because I could use it. I could use practically everything in the game. Like every spell and every hex and all that. If I was using that build, I would be able to test out the hex spell, the new spell I just found. So I would love to see what it does because I've never seen anyone else use it. And whenever I would look up videos of Dark Souls 2, and I was tempted to just look up a video on it and whatnot, but nah. I think I'll like if I ever do, I'll probably hop back onto my 360, find that spell, and wow, I'm getting my ass kicked. I'm watching this right now. To be, in case you don't know, I'm watching my own gameplay. So that's how I know whenever my time is coming short. But yeah, I've never found that spell before, and I like neither have I explored that area, and I was like, oh wow. So it was a neat little thing. But aside from that, other games that I want to play later on, I may be going into the Shadow of War series because I may be doing Shadow of War in Middle Earth later on because I've been watching a guy called Tier of Grace play that game, and Tier of Grace is like a really aggressive and loud YouTuber. His editing is ridiculous sometimes. Like it's really wacky, and I love it. And I love his commentary in the game because he's just so passive aggressive and so sassy on everything. He's an asshole to everything, short and simple, and I love it. And I've been watching gameplay of it, and at first I didn't think much of it, but as I watched more and more gameplay, I started to get a liking of the play style and how things went, like how things rolled and all that shit. I don't know what you want to call it, progressed, but I like the game. I like the gameplay of it and the fighting style you do. It's like it feels very I don't know what you would say. It looks satisfying to play because whenever you can like you can brutally murder like almost everyone in the game, and it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, just simple as that. I like the game. I like how it looks, and I like how the game plays. But yeah, I may be doing Shadow of War and Middle Earth later on. And just a heads up, I have no knowledge of the Lord of the Rings series. As far as I know, both games are based off the Lord of the Ring stories, and I have no idea what anything is. I have never watched any of the Lord of the Ring movies, and really, I just want to play it for shits and giggles. I'm not gonna play it for like to learn more about the game story and whatnot, or the series story and all that shit. No, I'm just gonna play it for funs and not take it too seriously and die a bunch because that game looks like it's pretty hard. But we'll see how things go later on. And other games I want to play is the Dead Space series because I just bought a couple of weeks ago I bought Dead Space 1 and 2 and I already had 3, but I was just looking for uh a Game Boy Advance SP because the one I have is super old, and well, they're all old, but mine is super beat up and to where the audio doesn't really work most of the time, and the R button is completely disabled. Plus, you can see all the damage I've done to it over the years because I was a stupid child. So I was looking around for that, and I didn't really see any. I didn't see any new ones, and I asked them, and they're just like, "No, we don't got any in stock." I was like, "Well, damn." But then I saw Dead Space 1 and 2, and I was like, "Oh, well, this could be fun." So bought it and played Dead Space 1, beat it about a week or two ago, and still one of the most nerve-wracking games because of the hive mind uh, boss fight. Because you're literally being held upside down, your aiming is all fucked up, and the thing is slowly pulling you into its mouth, and you are trying to shoot your way away from it, and it's very nerve-wracking. Like honestly, I started breathing like my breathing started getting faster because I was getting closer to it. I was like, okay, I gotta shoot this thing, and I can't shoot because my aiming sucks. And that's another thing. That's another thing about these games is that my aiming is horrible. But I still love playing it, and I'm playing 2 right now, and I bought the DLC, which was called Severed, the Severed DLC, and it gave me some new armor and whatnot. But whenever I play Dead Space One, I'm gonna be doing it on impossible mode because on impossible mode it's a lot harder, and I'm gonna be struggling a lot more, which I think would make for interesting content. It's because I've done that with every other game I play normally. I play on the hardest difficulties possible. Like on Doom, I played on the second to third hardest mode, and on Ninja Gaiden right now, I'm playing this on hard mode, I believe. Yeah, because I beat this game on normal because normal would just be too much of a breeze. So I got it on hard mode because I have yet to beat very hard mode. But if I were to beat very hard mode, then I would try and beat the game on normal and hard mode, and then play this game on very hard mode. If if that sounded a little complicated, I'm sorry. I'm kind of bad at explaining things. But yeah, I'll be playing Dead Space on impossible mode, but I won't be doing Dead Space 2 and 3 on impossible mode only because the game on those difficulties, you're only allowed a limited number of saves. Because on Dead Space 2, you can only save about 3 times in the whole game. And whenever you die, you reload back to your last save point. You don't reload back to your checkpoint or anything. You load back to your last save. So if I were to play that, I think there are 21 chapters in the game, so I would have to save every 7 chapters. But there's already like a bunch of hard parts in the game where I've been dying so many times that it's just I know that if I die there, I'm gonna have to do the whole thing again and probably die again at the same area, and then do the whole thing again, and that's just like really repetitive. And your only reward is getting this like foam finger gun, which is called the hand cannon, I believe, and it literally one shots everything in the game. Oh, okay. But I don't think it's worth it for me because I want to have fun in the game, but I don't want to make myself miserable. You know, I want to keep myself entertained, but not completely pissed off. If that makes sense to you guys. And plus, for you guys, it would be kind of boring to see me get to a certain point and then just die and not upload a video for a while, because then I would have to get back all the way to that one point, and I don't have enough time to play the game for like 5 or 6 or 7 hours just to get to that one point, to only die again, to get back and waste more time. And yeah, it's just not the same. Or I mean, it's not worth it. And Dead Space 3, I think there's the same thing as well with impossible mode. There is classic mode, which you can only play the game with the games that were in the original Dead Space. And what I mean is in Dead Space 3, you can actually create your own weapons, and you don't have to use the old weapons at all. You could like make a machine gun that has a shotgun attachment on it and whatnot. You can even add a shotgun attachment to your plasma cutter, so on and so forth. But on that game, if you played on classic mode, you can only play with the guns that were in Dead Space 1. So it restricts you and gives you a certain challenge. And I think it retains to its original difficulty, but I'm not sure. I haven't looked too much into it, but whenever I go and play those games on Dead Space 2, right off the bat, I'm gonna have some free armor available that will give me like a big advantage, but I'm not gonna do that because I want to make the gameplay interesting, not just make it cheap for myself, you know. And it's not that like I'm being an idiot or anything. I guess you can call it sadistic because I'm surprised I pulled that move off on that guy. But I don't want to make it too easy on myself and then just breeze by for the next couple of games because I bought the Severed DLC, I got 2 armor sets for free and a new gun for free. And the new gun does like 5% more damage than its original gun, which is alright and whatnot, but the gun is already powerful enough on its own. But what I think I'll do is just avoid all the like advantages the game is giving me and just go my own way. So that's my plan for the games and how I'm gonna be playing them and whatnot. And honestly, replaying them again, it's been a blast. I love it. Like, I forgot how fun the game was, and yeah, it's nerve-wracking at times and a little frustrating. Not really, because I haven't been doing too bad, and I've been alright with management, my resource management, but there are some parts in the game where, oh, but geez, sorry, I just burp. There are some parts in the game where I just struggle or I don't remember how things go, and I end up dying, and I'm just like, well, fuck me. But other than that, I'm looking forward to doing a let's play on those games, and later on, I'm looking to do the Bioshock games as well. Maybe this summer I'll finally be able to play Bioshock 1 because I have never played it, and I have done my best to avoid all types of all types of spoilers and whatnot. I do know how the game ends because that was just unavoidable. I got super curious one day and was like, what are the endings on this? So I just looked up the ending and I was like, oh wow. And I also looked up the endings on Bioshock 2 because there are like 3 different endings, I believe. And they're all very sad, but they're all very good as well. That's all I can say. And I love the Bioshock series, and recently I heard that there might be a new Bioshock in development. And I haven't heard anything else from it, but I'm pretty excited for that if that game comes out. And another thing is the Dark Souls remaster, because if you haven't heard by now, they're gonna remaster Dark Souls 1, and I am totally gonna play that. I mean, there's no way I can't because I already pre-ordered the game. And it's gonna be the same thing. It's just gonna include all of its DLC, but it's gonna be remastered and the frame rate's gonna be worked on. I think the only big difference the game is gonna have, in my opinion, is just a higher frame rate in areas like Blighttown, or maybe that area that's covered in lava and whatnot will have a better frame rate, and the lava won't be so fucking blinding. But totally gonna play that. Totally gonna rework a new build that I was trying to make in Dark Souls 1. I almost said Dead Space. Because the build I worked on, it was good and whatnot, but I didn't have a general idea of what I wanted to make until like pretty far into the game. But now that I have an idea of what I want to do and what I can invest my points in, because you can't reinvest your points, you can't like restock or anything. You have to roll with what you got. So what the fuck you doing, Nugget? Being a butt, my man. But now that I have an idea of what I want to do with my build, which is going to be like a high, like I think a quality dex build. I tend to go for quality builds because I like melee weapons, and I'm not much of a magic user because I don't really get the damage output I would get with versus a melee weapon. That's just me. Other people like using magic and hexes and whatnot, but I'm not. That's not really for me. I mean, yeah, in Dark Souls 2, I do use them, but that's only because I leveled up to level 250. And I mean, at that point, once you get to a certain number on leveling up, you don't really see like a big difference anymore. It just literally starts going up by 1 point, and I'm like, that's not really worth it. So that's why I started investing in intelligence and faith and whatnot, and it's paid off pretty well, but I still struggle here and there. But yeah. The build I'm going to be working for is a quality dex build. It's going to have probably 20 or 30 strength. Probably the bare minimum to wield a curved greatsword, because that's what I'm going to be going for. And I'm going to try to get to 50 dex. As for health and endurance and whatnot, we'll see how it goes. What are you doing? The cat's just standing around like an idiot. Sorry. Again, I can't help my throat. But yeah, those I'm going to be working on later on, and I'm also going to be doing some more Mega Man games because not too long ago they announced that they're doing a Legacy collection for the Mega Man X series, which I have only ever played Mega Man X1. I've never played X2 or X3 or X4 or whatever the fuck else, however many X games they made. They're probably in the triple X's by this point. But I've never played any of them. I have never played anything past 1, and I would love to play it. And they announced a double Legacy pack, which comes with Mega Man X Legacy 1 and 2, and it's available for Xbox One, along with PS4 and Switch and all that shit. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Hell yeah, I'm gonna buy that. But the thing is, the game doesn't come out until July, and I'm just like, well, fuck you. Because all you're doing is porting a game onto a newer console. Like, how is that going to take up so much time? But I don't fucking know. I don't know how the whole development and all that shit works. All I know is how to work some video editing software, which I'm going to college for. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing the Mega Man X series because oh my god, you guys already know of how much of a Mega Man fan I am, or not entirely probably. I think the only ever Mega Man game I played completely was Mega Man Extreme, and I did a speed run on that. And if I remember, I'll try and post a link to the speed run. I think it was only 3 videos, but overall my time, if I were to add all my time in gameplay from normal mode to extreme mode, I think I'm around 2 hours and 24 minutes. And the fastest I beat the game was on any mode was probably 40 or 30 minutes, somewhere around there. But it was a lot of fun to do, and my commentary for the most part, I'm just talking really fast because I'm trying not to waste time explaining shit. And I'm not much of a speedrunner, to be honest. I've never really speedrun any game. And it was fun to speedrun Mega Man Extreme. I don't know what the record is, like the world record for beating that game. For all I know, it could be an hour and 20 minutes. I mean, there are just some people who, like, for people who do speedruns as a living, they tend to find glitches that help them with breaking through multiple sequences and all that shit. But yeah, those are the games I'm looking forward to play later on. But for fuck's sake, unfortunately, right now I'm in a bit of a snag with my recording software now because now my Elgato HD capture is not working on my computer because one night I was playing Final Fantasy 15, just doing some stupid missions and whatnot, and I got a mission to where I had to find this like devil beast lady who has been killing innocents and whatnot. So I was to go and find her and kill her, but the thing was, the enemy I found was a level 99 boss, and I'm level 68, like, believe it or not, or somewhere around there. But the whole boss fight, like, I was doing pretty okay. I went down a lot, and I was going through Phoenix Downs and Mega Phoenix Downs like a madman. But the thing was, I was doing pretty good, and I got to a point where, like, I want to record this and show you guys, and unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to go back and restart the battle because that would just be a good waste of time. But the thing was, whenever I tried connecting my Elgato to my computer, the software itself would just crash on me. And I wasted like a good hour just trying to get it to work, and like I just don't know what happened to it. It didn't make any sense to me, and I couldn't get it to work for the life of me. I couldn't figure it out, and I was just so pissed off, and I just said fuck it and tried beating the boss on its own. But turns out the boss is a night boss, so whenever morning hit, it disappeared. And I was just so unbelievably pissed because not only did I just waste my time, but now I've learned that my recording software won't work on this damn computer because I think it's just too old. So yeah, and I was like so bummed out to find out, and like I wasted all that time for nothing, and it made me so sad because I'm like, well, how am I gonna record videos and do this hobby that I love doing? Like making YouTube videos is just a hobby of mine now. Like I just like editing videos. I love editing videos, and I love the new software I have, but I hate the fact that I can't use it because my computer is too old, and it's fucking nerd. It's like, oh my god, like it's just so aggravating because I can't do what I love doing, and I'm lucky I could still do some writing and whatnot, and at least some fucking schoolwork. Otherwise, I would have dropped a while ago because my computer wouldn't keep up. But anyway, running out of time, and I basically got all I wanted to say out of the way. This has been fun doing this again, and I will try to keep you updated again later on, but leave a like and comment if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, and in the next video, I will see you all later. Till then, take care, I guess.